everyone, Reverend Elizabeth. Crazy thing. Still trying to figure out this horizontal and vertical Facebook Live. It should let me do this, but for some reason it's not. I don't know if I'm even on live right now because I'm not getting a timer. Oh, the joys of technology. Well, in the case that anybody is watching, there's Kim's. Kim's watching. Hi, Kim. I am checking in with you right now. This is what technology is doing for us right now. Lordy be. Okay, so Arturo is in the room next door to me, still working late. He works for Aviation and Space Technology magazine, and they have a lot of things on what's going on. So he's working late over there. I'm in the middle of a board meeting, so my computer is on Zoom over in the dining room, and I'm over here on Facebook Live sending out an email because I wanted to keep to my word that I would check in with everybody twice a day. So the board is meeting right now and working on the COVID-19 plan. The board is meeting without me right now, and I told them I'd be back in a few minutes. And I get a kick out of where I'm sitting right now because the Buddha is watching. And if I do it just right, okay, this is what you're all online for, I know it. If I do it just right, it looks like I'm picking the Buddha's nose. Yeah, that's what I've resorted to. All right. Checking in with a short one this evening because I find myself in this amazing situation where I'm in two meetings at once, except I'm obviously not in two meetings. I'm here with you on Facebook, and it was important that I keep my date with everybody. And I shared earlier today that I made a couple of decisions today because everything is moving so fast. So yesterday, the board and I had decided that it was okay to meet at the church because we have a big, huge room. There would be four of us, and we would each sit at a 6-foot table. And so that seemed right yesterday at about 4:00. Yeah, those that want to come in will go ahead and meet at the church, and those that don't, here's a call number, call in. And the other thing that felt right up until today was I've been going into the office, and there's only two of us that work in the office, and sometimes a third person comes in for the bookstore. And I'm spraying everything down through the day. I'm conscious of, where I touch, especially, into the bathroom, on my door, things like that. And we stay far apart from each other. And then I was talking with a friend of mine about some churches held church in church on Sunday with their musicians. So they still kept a distance. Minister was here and 10 feet away was the musician, and they'd go back and forth. And I thought, maybe I could do that. And then people would see me in the church and that would feel good. I mean, this is the thinking. I don't know about you all, but this is the thinking that's going through my head. Like, how can I provide to people what they're wanting, what they need? How can I bring any comfort? And how can I be safe? How can I model what is healthy behavior right now? So I found myself just swinging back and forth. So I went from, I better do church at home, and then, wait, other people found a different way. Let me go do that. I do that. I'm like, hey, whatever's the latest thing is the greatest, right? So I went to, I better go into church and offer people seeing me in church. And then great, I can bring in a musician and all that. Then I talked to my friend today, and I went back this way. And we started talking about, we're just 5 days behind Italy. I've seen what's going on in San Francisco shutting down. And I realized in talking with my dear friend, Reverend Kelly Isola, I give her a lot of plugs. She's on Facebook and doing a lot of great webinars right now. Kelly Isola, Isola. We were talking about how inadvertently we could be passing something, you just never know. That she said, can you be absolutely sure you knew every surface that you've touched? Maybe you plugged in your phone and you touched an outlet. Maybe you pushed a chair. And sure enough, I was going through my assistant's office as I left, and I moved a chair. And I thought, you don't know. And then I just found out that this virus could be living on surfaces longer than anybody knew. Like, wow. So I realized about 4:00 today, I need to stop coming into the church. Even if I think it's okay, I need to stop coming into the church. And that way, anybody else that does still come there, and I'm working with them as well, I'm one less person there. And again, you just don't know, and not paranoia, but interesting and factual to consider, that my assistant's wife is still going into an office. Who knows what's going on with her? Who knows what's going on with Betsy? Who knows what's going on with me when I stopped at the grocery store? So just like 4 little people, my assistant, her wife, me, and Arturo, and thought what the implications could be there. And so I realized in that moment, you know what? Let me close down. And even though I can go into church, I really don't need to go in. I have the luxury. I'm so grateful. I can work from home. My heart is so going out to waiters and waitresses and musicians and performers, because of course I know a lot of these people. And it's like, wow, and they're putting gigs online. There's picking up food for delivery and all of that. But I thought, let me take myself out of the risk pool here. Let me not be one possibility of passing any one thing along because I can. Now is a time to check our privilege. And I know I'm a person of privilege, of white privilege, it may be middle class privilege, but I have the luxury of working from home. I have a computer. I have some people in my church that don't have internet at home and don't have computers and don't have smartphones. Yeah, there are still people like that. And so I'm going to, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here, but what I realized was, let me go above and beyond what is even being called of me. I don't know if there'll be a shut-in, and if it comes, I'm ready for it. And so that was closing of the church today, and I posted a video earlier. It was really kind of spooky. It was really a bit like, Corona-geddon, Corona, what are we calling it? Corona-apocalypse. So like, wow, I'm like closing down this church. And it felt okay. And then the next thing was I realized there's absolutely no way this board should come in tonight, even though they could, even though they thought so. Within 24 hours, I realized no government requirement because it was a group of less than 10. I said, there's no need for us to come in. Let us be ahead of the curve, which is funny considering curve is the thing we're trying to flatten. So 2 little ways in the world of me and my church and my work that we said, let's proactively flatten a curve and do what we can. So that's my sharing tonight. Nothing super spiritual, and that's okay, because this is really me personally sharing with folks. That's how people are adapting, and I'm choosing to stay home proactively, to close the church proactively, to even 1 or 2 people coming in. And the board is meeting. My husband is working. I'm talking to you. And now I'm going to say goodnight. I love you all. Thank you for being with me. And I'll see you again tomorrow at 1 and 7:30. Be well. I love you.